It has been 11,000 years since the kingdom of Adora was cast into the astral sea, along with the invading demon god Deimos. The last king of Adora, Gnarl Denstra, the elven god king Xandril Mishinel, and the necromancer Avigard fought and stopped the impending doom of the eternal darkness from coming forth, but were lost to the world when they too were cast into the astral sea. Now, the land of Redigan is split into 4 kingdoms. Adeshmira is the Elven Kingdom, where 10,000 years ago they called the elves back into their forest to lock it away. Most heeded the call, but some believed that they should not segregate and stayed in the world.
The Round Top Rainforest, where many other races call home, is now a kingdom under the direction of the druids who reside there. They left their borders open, but all know that if you enter and do not respect the forest, your life will be forfeit.
The Dwarven Kingdom of Gratispar called the dwarves back to their homes, closing and locking the doors of their vast mountain kingdom, and they have not opened them yet.
Finally, the Kingdom of Remedigan, known as the Kingdom of the Humans, left its borders open and welcomed anyone who sought refuge. It thrived, not from isolation, but a joining of all races under one idea: peace. 100 years ago, Odura returned. With it, the High General Martin Firewell and King Xandril Mishinel, and there has been a fragile peace between all kingdoms. Until now.
We have it from an anonymous source. Hannah knows everything about D&D.
And that's how we're starting this stream. Hannah knows everything about D&D. Hi, everybody.
Hello. Welcome.
The timing, just perfect.
But it's
Timing.
Everything.
Jesus Christ.
No, but just sit back and relax as I take you out of your reality and into my nightmare's dream world. Welcome to the Bros and Dragons podcast. Off a successful week-long charity run. And a lot of people keep asking for the amount, but nobody seems to ever remember it. Playing everyone's favorite wholesome boy, Taste on Firewell, we have Mike.
Hi, it's $819, including way too much of my own money because of all of you wonderful people that decided to follow and all the people that made me curse because I am a sailor that is stuck on land, but here we are. Otherwise, hi.
All hail the Waffle Hut, playing the most amazing chef in the world of Redigan. Stroop Waffle is our very own Hannah.
Long live the Waffle Hut. I have guest stars that will be appearing at some point tonight. Don't worry.
Yeah.
They'll be here.
It's just Fred Jr. and Dax. They're just going to hang out at some point. It's
right.
going to be perfect.
It's going to be awesome.
That's just how it be.
Playing the Chaos Champion herself, the one, the only, Montera, also a.k.a. Myrynda Shren, which takes away from the one and only. Anyways, that's Lissa.
It's still the one and only. She has like Gemini twin syndrome. She's got multiple personas.
Can we not just say the two and only then?
You're right. I should have done two and only.
Well, I was going to say, is it two and only or is it one and many? I don't.
Oh, one and many. We have to think about it.
One and many. I like that one. I like that interpretation.
Hannah, what happened last? I'm just kidding. Last time on the Bros and Dragons podcast, breakfast was had. The philosophical breakfast and eggs discussion happened. Our friends talked about the Surge Ball and what it does. They took account of their area. A day away from the Nordica River, they ate and they headed off. So far, they have not seen any more demon activity in this area, but they take the safe route anyways. They come to a 25-foot cliff that goes down to the actual river that seems to have eroded in the land over time. Tayson floats up and down and takes the party to the river safely. The bank is narrow, but they walk the bank for a day. Nothing happens. At this point, we learn that Drogo brought dice to Hannah while she was in the shower. Sleeping ensued for our characters. Everyone woke up and headed south again. Had to talk about bad sushi pop bard music and crabs versus lobsters. Went over the lots of things they've accomplished in the small amount of time and talked how hard it was, even though Doc is a nice DM and let the hardness level rise slowly. Tayson casts the transmutation 30 feet away from the party, which changes the next spell to a lightning bolt for 100 feet, attracted to Stroop, and then to Myrynda, knocking her unconscious. Next night, Tayson sends himself to the positive energy plane, absorbing more divine energy than any normal being could handle. When he comes back from banishment, he is bright and shiny, glowing. The brightness, it dims over time as it's being overwhelming, and Tayson absorbed all that divine energy. He figured it would have killed him, and it bled off very slowly. Then he set off a conjuration spell out of the ball and poisoned Stroop, and then became so weak that he couldn't move after all the divine energy was outputted. Stroop hears howling in the distance. Myrynda uses a link to form a telepathic bond with Tayson and Stroop. Everyone blends into the environment, and the wolves invade their camp. After a while, a man dressed in all black came out of the shadow next to Tayson and tells him to be quiet as the wolves are around sniffing. One wolf in front of Tayson speaks. The man in black took his cowl and hood off and shows himself to be Randith Goverbane, the Queen's guard that gave them their letters. He tells the wolves to keep looking as another wolf transforms into human form. They have a verbal altercation in front of Tayson and seem not to like each other. The werewolves run off as Rendith puts his arm around Tayson and talks about how funny the situation is. Alturin, the blonde leader of the wolves of Arlen, does not find it humorous. Rendith tells Tayson he is the prince, tells him that Xandro knew about him, and that he was a mix of the Queen, Martin, and Xandro. The Queen wants him home because he is now the prince. Rendith makes a deal to take the friends to Hardell if they agree to go back to the castle the next day. They asked Addendum where Martin's house is. It was next to Myrynda's. They find Martin's journal, spend a full day going over them and finding little tidbits. The Raven Sith, the apprentice to Avigard, comes looking for her teacher. She leaves. Let us adventure on. I'd like to start by everybody taking a point of exhaustion.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I gotta get a new sheet of paper.
Oh, I'm sorry, Hannah. Did we dungeon and or dragon last time?
I think we did none of the above.
Okay.
None of the above.
That looks like the official ones that Cody makes.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we requisition money for the channel and the media.
That's pretty
company.
good.
Yeah.
That's the guy that I went on a date with yesterday. His name was Cody. So.
Oh, probably not the same one.
Probably not the same.
Probably not.
No.
You know,
But
could be, but probably not.
I'll ask. I mean, I feel like that would come up in regular conversation with him. But okay.
We had a great time watching Dune. So.
Raven disappears. You guys notice that the day is starting to set, so it's more than 24 hours. You close the door, and you were mid-conversation, which, if you remember, I'll just let it go from here. Go ahead.
So.
Know where to find the exhaustion in D&D Beyond. I know it's got to be here. But
You just remember that you're rolling with disadvantage on skill checks for now.
okay.
It'll be fine. So we have to go back. We have to go back. We made a deal. Also, everything is kind of shit. Cool. Yeah. So we have to go back, right?
I mean, it's up to you, Tayson. Wherever you go,
No.
I'll go. You have my spatula.
That's
And my daggers.
and my okay. Here's the thing. Like that's well and good, but I can't make this decision for you two. There might be a point where we have to split off. I just want us to be prepared for that. If I have to stay, I have to stay. But if me staying is something that's going to help
slow down whatever is going on, it's only going to help slow it down. We need to figure out what needs to be different. And if that can't be figured out in the castle or wherever I'm supposed to be, then that might be whatever you all have to do in the meantime. I mean, you were told earlier to choose between, my destiny and yours. That might be it. It might be us choosing the destiny that's gonna lead to the least amount of, well, shit. And frankly, I'm not sure what that's going to be. But we're not there yet. But we have to go back to the castle today. We have to figure out some kind of what all is going on. We've been gone for too long, and I feel like we just finally got to a point where we could actually do something about all of this, because now we have at least a little bit of context, but we didn't even get that context necessarily from Martin. We got that context from people following us that were looking for us the entire time.
Well, the one thing I will say is that it seems as though we need to go to the elves, and you're the only one that potentially for sure has a way in.
But why? Not why do I have a way in? I'm not worried about that. Why do we have to go to Adishmira?
My notes said that we were supposed to.
That's it. There's no argument.
Because Martin's notes said that we're supposed to. Actually, that does work. But I don't know if this is a player's question or if this is a Doc question. Sure. I remember Adishmira being named. I remember me potentially having access to go into Adishmira. Did we have anything in the notes that kind of specified, like, if you went to Adishmira, you might find blank, or there might be... It just said that, like, I could probably go to Adishmira.
So the exact notes that Tayson did not read, is that the villa in Adishmira was left to him.
Okay.
You own land there.
Okay, great. I don't...
We could retire. Until this whole thing blows over.
I'm sorry, are we deciding if we're going to retire to the land of the elves, of which I might be able to get in, and then I guess have to convince them to let me, because maybe I can get in, that you two should also be able to get in? Or to retire to a place we haven't seen when we are going to a literal castle? Also, can someone tell me how we're going to get to Adishmira?
Very carefully.
The last time we very carefully did anything, it took us about... I don't know if it was quite 2 weeks. It's been a while. But we almost got to where we were supposed to go. Then somebody caught up with us and took us here. And now for us to go back to frankly, as he scrolls across the map to figure out a little bit of context... How long would it take us to get to Adishmira on foot?
Walk?
Yeah. Ballpark it for me.
Ballpark?
I think Doc said
7 or 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, regardless of where we have to go, we need to go back to the castle first. Because at least somebody there might be able to... if they got us here and they can get us back to the castle... Maybe they can get us to the gates of Adishmira? Gates?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Sounds right.
Maybe?
Well, we do have the stone to talk to Addendum.
Yeah, to ask questions and to make... I don't know. I feel like I was about to say and make deals, but that seems really, like... It seems really stereotypical. Like, I haven't actually tried to make a deal with him, and he hasn't even offered one, so I think if I said, oh, we can call him and make a deal, that seems kind of racist of me, so I don't want to do that. So, instead, listen, I think regardless, instead of going off on our own in some random direction today, we go back to the castle. A, because I already told somebody that we would if he got us here first. B, because we really don't know what we're up against. Now we kind of know, but we don't. Hey, the world's ending. Okay. Deimos got out. Okay. It's just, we're kind of dealing with a whole lot of bad with a shrug. And if we could get the shrug to go away, I'd just know what the bad is. I don't even care if we know how to solve it. Just to know, I want to be on the same page with literally anybody other than the three of us. And I don't feel like we've been on that kind of a page for a while.
That's entirely fair. Maybe going back and reassessing what's going on is appropriate.
Yeah.
However, I would like to take a moment to dip into my house and check on Victor and
Okay. I'm not quite sure who or what that is, but yeah, sure.
Who's Victor?
Victorin is my little pixie.
Oh. Oh, good. Okay. I was very concerned that you had left a cat here and had not fed it for a very long time. Okay.
No. She is quite adept at procuring food for herself.
Okay. So like an outdoor pixie. Can you own? You said my little pixie. Do you own a pixie?
My little pixie. No, I don't own the pixie.
Okay.
The pixie came with the house.
Oh.
Sounds right.
Really?
I don't know. I've never owned a house. I've only had the Waffle Hut.
Fair enough. I've only I've only lived in okay, never mind. You know what? I'm throwing stones inside this glass house. I'm gonna stop. Yeah, let's. Do you want us to come with you? Do you want to chill here? I don't know. What do you want to?
If you guys would like to come,
Yeah, I've
have
never
a
met.
cup of tea in my household.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never met a pixie before. This is exciting.
We need to bring all these books with us too. Oh man, we're gonna have to
Now-
come back for all these books.
Guys,
That's fine. Yeah.
Doc now has to voice act, or
Oh,
a tiny
don't.
pixie
Do
girl.
not worry. I'm for everybody else. Hi there, internet. Hi there. You're in for a treat. I'm excited because I just know. I wait until we meet our first goblin. I'm so excited. Anyway, okay, yeah, let's go hang at your house, Myrynda. Woo.
So, in my head,
Mhm.
you guys are about to go to Myrynda's house.
Mhm.
Myrynda, I see you at the door doing that. Hey, like, let's get out of this place with the bad memories we've had in the last 24 hours. We'll go to my house for a little bit. There's less memories for you guys there.
Bullshit.
So you're gonna open the door, and I still,
See,
yeah. Come on, I got in my head like Tayson's still by the door where he was yelling and talking, and then I, for some odd reason, have Stroop coming from the kitchen with like another pot of coffee.
Mhm.
Do you mean awake broth?
Yeah,
Okay.
the note you took. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how she sold it to Tayson.
Yeah, I had no idea what that meant when I reviewed my notes earlier. But yes, awake broth. A
as you
big
guys
ol'
are like,
pot.
yes, you open the door. Loud noises are going off, screaming, and just at that time, you watch a figure slam into the building across the way, breaking off some of the boards, and a very large 10-foot, looks like a giant toad, like its arms reach the ground, but its forearms and hands are bigger than what it could be. Spikes coming out of its head jump off just past what you could see in the door. And you realize that Rendith was just thrown by whatever this beast was, because that blonde streak with the black couldn't have been anybody else. I need two things to happen, and we're going to do them in this order, which is, if you're on roll 20, there's a spot on this map that says start here as a yellow eye. I need you to put yourself inside that house. The one with the cat is yours.
I'm pulling up roll 20.
I exist.
With the cat?
There's a yellow eye and a cat. Do you not see that?
Rolling.
It's in the middle-ish.
Middle-ish.
Scroll out real big.
What?
Then enhance. Then enhance. Then enhance. Then enhance.
I see. Where the hell is my...
Welp. That's a thing.
The house. I do not see my marker.
Your marker.
My character.
Okay. So, Doc, you can drag it over, or Lissa, in future reference, do you see the speech bubbles and the newspapery thing next to it in the top right?
Mm-hmm.
If you go to the newspapery thing, you'll see your character, and you can click and drag it onto there.
There you go. I see you. You're behind your house.
Boop. Now you're not.
But you'd be closer to the door, so put yourself right in front of the eye there.
Like here? It works. How's it going?
One more. Get a little closer to the front of that thing.
Put yourself in the way. Come on.
The front of the door will be towards the alleyway, yeah.
One up, one over. There you are.
There you go. And then, do we have a Stroop waffle?
No, absolutely not.
Stroop teleports. Plane shifts away.
Looks like you guys got this. Looks like you guys got this. I'm out.
I'm not gonna fight a frog. I like animals. Poof.
Okay. Good enough for me. Where you're standing, Myrynda, you not only see this, but you dip your head up. And as you do, you watch as this purple... It's a giant frog-ish creature, but it's more distorted teeth. Its teeth actually look more like a shark mouth. Actually bite into... bite into Rendith, and he just starts pouring blood.
Nate, check real quick.
What I need for you to do is make a roll for initiative so you can get into this.
Fucking shit.
Hey!
Roll for initiative.
Someone's in danger. I don't roll crap.
Nope.
Okay, I get
What was it,
+3 on
Dason?
19.
9.
Myrynda, 9. Stroop. How much?
Sorry, hold on. There's a circus in my living room.
Mhm.
Yay.
Where did my character sheet go? I'm having a rough time. I got a 9 as well.
I will do your guys at the same time.
Neat.
Yeah, we did get to make an NPC.
I've got an idea, but we'll talk about it off stream. I'm very excited.
I'm so excited.
Do we collectively make one, or do we each get to make one?
No, you all have to make one. I can only exist once. All right. Oh, all right. As it bites in, you watch it reach back with both of these massive claws, and as they rip at Rendith, He begins to pour more blood because that was max damage.
Oof.
And he looks like he's barely hanging on to life as he stands back up after this brutal beating, and you watch just blood as he stands up. The gravity seems to take over, and it seems to pour out harder out of his body. He's holding himself into a fighting stance, but not drunken master swaying, but like Myrynda, you would know, being a cleric, like he's bloodlust swaying at this point. Tayson, you will be the first to act, even though you don't see this whole scene. You do see this monstrous creature right outside the door because he's right there.
Okay. I will charge through. Is it possible for me to move around and basically get behind this thing, or am I going to get stuck?
You can't move through an enemy's.
Okay.
Square,
I didn't know exactly where the door was. If I could put it this way.
Myrynda's at it.
Okay. So, am I just stuck then? I can't get to outside very well.
Not right now.
Okay.
Unless you want to blow a hole in the wall.
I was deciding.
Are we going to Kool-Aid Man through a wall?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think we're gonna Kool-Aid Man through a wall, but I think I am gonna foreshadow Kool-Aid Manning through a wall in the very near future.
Oh, no. Please just don't do it at my house. That's all I ask.
I don't know which house is yours, so that'll be interesting.
The one with the cat mask.
I don't know which one is your house. So I am going to use a bonus, or I'm going to use a sorcery point to quicken a spell.
Okay.
And I'm going to have this thing make an intelligence saving throw as I mind sliver it as a cantrip.
Well, as a bonus action?
I can take the a spell that would be an action, and I can turn it into a bonus action as long as I spend a sorcery point for a certain amount of level.
You're good. And what was it again? I'm sorry.
Intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence. He's got a lot of that. 8.
Okay. So he is going to take a whopping 1 point of psychic damage.
Right.
And it will take a minus a 1d4 on its next save before my next turn. And then for my action, I'm going to cast Shatter on it.
Okay. Mind Sliver's a cantrip, right?
Yep.
Okay. So nothing happens with that. And then you're also... Yep, go ahead.
Cool. So it needs to make a Constitution saving throw minus a d4.
All right. Ooh, okay. You want me to roll the d4, or would you like to?
You can.
Okay.
It's your character.
Ooh, you should have rolled it. That's a 1.
Okay.
And then Khan, he has that. I know he has that. So that'll be 23 after the minus d4.
Okay, so it takes 19 damage halved of thunder.
Okay. So 9.
Yep.
As you whip this out, and we said it looks like an actual whip coming from the palm of your hand, right? And it grabs him around the head, and you watch him just look your way and go, and then go back.
I think as soon as he's looking back, I actually, with this whip that's lashed around him still, the way that I cast Shatter is I kind of bring it down fast, travels down the whip, and that actual whip crack is the Shatter spell.
And Tayson's body is just doing the disco ball, glowing in different spots.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get the damage out of the way for this.
Mm-hmm. 9 total.
Oh, that was Shatter?
Yeah, I did I did 19 half to 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You watch that go through. And then roll me a d20.
Yep. That's a 12. I don't know if I'm adding anything to it or if I'm just giving you the roll.
Just straight rolls.
Perfect. Then it's that.
And you seem focused. It must have been the conversation you were just having. You talked about the school recently, too, and you feel that now you're focusing a little bit more into the situation. And now you have an outlet for your anger.
Oh, I'm aware. The only reason that we didn't Kool-Aid Man through the wall is because there was nowhere I could do it that I wasn't going to hurt a friend. And I'm not even talking about the one outside. Somebody was getting wrecked.
Tayson
Thank
can't
you.
see this. Myrynda can. Where
Okay.
just for a second, as this whip comes out of the door, you see Rendith smile, and then he just runs in. Let's get this first attack out of the way.
I know, see.
Nope, that's not. There we go. His first attack is going to hit. He has no weapon. He literally punches this thing. And as he does, you watch him. Not only does he hit, like it makes contact, but this little dinky guy hits this thing twice his size and moves his jaw as he punches. And then almost don't see the reaction as he punches the other way. Just it doesn't seem as hard. But he knocks him one way and then hits his jaw, and he kind of levels out a little bit. That's going to be that.
Bop, bop.
And then he punches again and hits. Wow. And one more time hits. Oh, I wish I was playing this character.
I mean, you are.
No, not really. I mean, like, really get into this character.
Hold on. How of the four of us in this campaign, which one of us is playing this character the most?
You watch the first hit, which moves his head. He hits again, and then you watch him just go in. And it like a blur, but you watch the creature like sit back for a second, and then with its hands ready to come forward, it just pauses. And Rendith yells, "With everything you got!" And that will take us to Myrynda and Stroop at the same time. You guys have your action, bonus action, and movement. And however you want to interchange those, you are more than welcome to work together.
You're both having your turn at the same time. Have fun. Go!
I can move through a creature's space if it's bigger than me without anything crazy. So I thought about getting on the other side of it.
So it's against that wall, but you can get to the other side across from Rendith if you want.
You're talking about,
Okay.
like, south, basically?
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Nah. Mine's purple. It's prettier.
They're all gray. Shut up.
If you scooch one more over, you'll have flanking. There you go.
Yep.
So you can move there.
Mm-hmm.
You know that you've seen Myrynda cast spells which can give you, advantage, but you have advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do anything? Or do you want her to do?
I'm Myrynda, what do you think?
What Myrynda wants to try and do, she's gonna try and go under. Well, actually, how tall is this fucker?
It's about 10 foot, but where it squats from where the ground is to the bottom most part of its being is only like 2 feet.
Okay.
Because, frog. Lean back.
Yeah. Shit. Okay.
And the other part is you can't move through an enemy square.
Yeah. So
Stroop is special.
Since I can't move through an enemy square, what I am gonna do is I am going to pull out my ironwood short sword.
Okay.
And I am going to. I get my sneak attack off technically, right? Because
You
like
have to
we've got.
hit with an attack, yes.
Okay. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to swing at this fucker's back leg to try and hamstring him with the short sword.
So make an attack.
Yep, we're gonna get them gemstone dice out, yo.
So fancy.
Stroop, do you know what you're doing?
that. Let's see. I get. Does a 23 hit?
It does. You lean back and you stab. You're not going to get your hamstring off because calling your shot is a natural 20.
Okay, so I am going to hit with the short sword, and when I do, I'm also going to use my sneak attack and my psychic blades.
Okay, so you get sneak attack on the first attack no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you attacked with the ironwood. So let's do the damage and then we'll move to the psychic blade.
Okay, that's 1d6 plus 3 for the short sword.
Plus your
That's,
sneak attack.
Yep. And then sneak attack is going to be 2d6. That is going to be 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay.
And then with my psychic blade, that's going to be after your attack with your psychic blade, you can make a melee or ranged weapon attack with a second. Provided your other hand is free to create. It's 1d4.
Okay, let's try to hit first.
A nat 20.
Hello.
Nice.
So 4
So I think I
plus. You should have called your shot on that. Dang.
Well, it's a psychic blade, so it's
Yeah.
4 plus dex.
Yeah.
So that's enough. I rolled a 4.
Okay. So
Okay,
4 plus
so
4 plus
8
dex.
plus
Yeah.
dex.
Plus dex, so plus 3. So 11.
Okay.
Nice.
You jab forward with your short sword, and as your other hand is coming forward, it has nothing in it. And Jason and even Stroop from her angle will see this shadowed blade form as you drive it in. The thing shudders just a little bit, but it still doesn't move. Which would have been an advantage for you, but we got to get moving. So go ahead, Stroop. What's your attack?
So Stroop sees how awesome Myrynda was whoop-a-chang, whoop-a-chang. Stroop's like, I want to do that too. And so she grabs out her scimitar and makes an attack. What did I roll? I got a dirty 20.
You have advantage.
Okay. You have
I know.
advantage.
I did.
Okay.
My other one was a 3. Gosh, I know.
We'll do it.
Wow, for 6 whole damage.
Okay.
It's like, yeah. I actually do a really high-pitched hi-ya.
I need to hear the high pitched yeah, please.
Hi-ya.
Thank you.
Okay, that's staying in. As you watch Myrynda stab this other dagger forming from nowhere, stab into it, you force your scimitar forward as well. Now this thing seems to be oozing this black ichor that you've been used to from these demons. And it's Tayson's turn.
Oh, good.
It is still stunned from Brenda.
Just realized I had my window open, but it's okay. We only heard that music for a second. Well, I'm not satisfied, so instead of making it have a decision on what's going to happen, I'm going to start making my own. I would like to Chaos Bolt this thing.
Okay.
So I
Roll
will...
with advantage.
Oh, good. I was going to use my Tides of Chaos to give myself advantage anyway, so cool.
It's stunned. I missed that from Myrynda. I do apologize. I looked down and saw my note, but there's a lot of damage here.
Well, that's a 5, and I should have called my shot. Oh, no. I don't know how this works, because I'm...
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to know what type of energy it is, and so do you, because
Right.
as you kill this, I want to know what it looks like.
Well, I don't know yet, because I roll to find the energy.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I need.
So it's either
if you would-
poison or
Oh, that's cooler. It's force damage.
What does it look like?
So I think in shattering it and seeing how Myrynda basically like pins this thing in the back of the leg, it kind of brings down a little bit. And I literally, Tayson brings back his arm, and the chain from this, like the whip that was pink before, and then this summoning of green from the shatter. He actually takes it, throws it all into one hand, and this condensed ball, like a baseball that is perfectly smooth and just green, and just lobs it at this thing.
Okay.
And as it hits it, it almost, like, instead of just being about a baseball size, it's almost like it got hit by an actual wrecking ball. Like, I want the thing to be displaced. I want it to be squished down, because all Tayson wants to do right now is just see something break.
Okay. You whip the whip out. The energy flows down it, and then you pull it all back into one hand. And I don't think you guys have ever seen this before, but Tayson's not only just focused, but angry. And he forces the energy of the magic from both of those things into a ball, into his hand. And he throws it overhand, and as he does, the shatter point that he hit, it hits. It's only about that big, but as it hits, you watch it absorb into this thing. And for a second, its eyes get wide. It shakes, and then green light comes out of it in every direction as it just explosion melts right there, going nowhere as the explosion and the cracking happen, and then falls to the ground in a pile of sulfur.
This is not a good day. Are you two okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, I hit something. So, pretty proud of myself. But you guys did great.
You see Rendith come to the front door, and he says,
Oh.
I would say, and then you watch as this being on his back, he looks and nothing's there, and then it just emerges out of the ether and just grabs him by the throat and rips it off as Rendith falls to the ground. And this imp charges at you. I will give everybody one action because it took it against this creature. Tayson went, so we'll just go Myrynda, Stroop.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Does Rendith look dead? Or should I use Cure Wounds as my action on this poor NPC?
It's up to you.
Stroop's gonna take the scimitar and just like,
Okay.
and
You're taking a swing.
Okay.
I'm taking a
running,
swing.
And running away? Oh, okay, it's taking a swing.
Mm-hmm.
I could
So,
translate a bunch of different
You
ways.
said it looks like an imp?
It looks bigger than an imp. It also looks like it's been through some battle. It's torn up. It's bleeding ichor all over as well. It seems to be happy that it just did what it did.
Okay, so, Myrynda, what's gonna happen here is
Okay.
I am...
So you're going to do something.
Flame.
Sacred Flame. At the same time, Stroop's stabbing with a scimitar because she called her shot as well. So why don't you both make an attack roll real quick?
Well, you make a dex save.
Yeah, you make a dex save.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
I got a natural 20.
Ooh!
15 on the dex save.
Yeah, it saves. But
right.
since I made an attack, I'm also going to hit it with a psychic blade.
Well, you would, except as you call down this divine energy, it's just outside the door. And it moves back away from it, but as it does, it responding to this, you watch the scimitar come through its chest. And it leaks down, and you just see right now Stroop looking up with the scimitar tip towards at an angle over your head, not at you.
Myrynda is like, she just gets this very proud look on her face at this point. She's like,
Myrynda, Focus! And start turning over the man who's, I'm assuming, throat just got ripped out?
Yeah. You turn over Rendith, and judging by the gray in his eyes, he's gone. He has no throat. It's been ripped out.
Shit. Looking up still, we had something big to deal with. Something appeared out of nowhere. Looking around.
You come out of the house, and as you look around, you're watching guards fighting off and winning against smaller demons. There's another big pile of sulfur. There was a battle going on, but something about Martin's house, you couldn't hear any of this outside. As you look around, most houses are destroyed, except for the perfect hedge of the house next to Martin's. It seems to be untouched, and Martin's house, but everything else seems to have some damage to it at this point.
And there's still demons fighting here, right?
They're very much spreading out, but if you guys want to go into a hate rage, I will allow enough demons to be alive for a hate rage to happen.
Well, I was gonna say, we still have that fucking stone. We can call Addendum and bring the devils on the demons.
We talked to Addendum yesterday, and he was looking kind of like shit.
Yeah.
I think
Killed him.
I know some. You want to bring him out here? That's totally fine. That's up to you. You're the one with the rock. I don't have his number. I'm not going to text him for you. You do what you want to do.
I just don't like him that much. I think you could do better.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I need everybody to make a dexterity save, and because it's an ability check and you're exhausted, it'll be at disadvantage.
Saving throw. Okay, that's fine.
I don't have time to give someone,
These
Blessing
things are
of the
exploding.
trickster.
I let you guys have a chance to get away from them.
Yeah. All right.
10.
10?
16.
That is, 14.
14. Tayson and Myrynda, you will take 4 points of damage. And Stroop, you will take 9 points as the big one explodes.
Yay.
Grabbing the body and just getting ready to move out.
Okay, back into the house or away?
Out.
Okay.
I mean, we can lock ourselves in. As far as Tayson knows, we can lock ourselves in here, but we didn't hear anything that was going on outside, and it's absolute chaos. And frankly, Tayson doesn't want to be in the house anymore anyway.
We can always go into Myrynda's house.
I mean, Tayson is...
That seems to be still standing. At least for now.
Tayson going over, grabbing the body, lunging it over, and then... yelling at his dogs. So give me a second. But Tayson's running out, and then we'll go wherever we want to go. Sorry.
Okay. You guys are hearing the bell of the alarms. And right as you guys come out, right as Tayson throws Rendith over his shoulders, the bells seem to stop.
Perception check?
Sure.
That's a 17.
Okay. You look around and you don't see anything. It doesn't seem, even the little chaos that you just saw from the other guards and smaller demons seems to go away.
I think it means it's over. No?
Necessarily. This could just be the beginning. These did seem to be lesser demons.
Where are we going?
We're going into my house right now.
Okay, great. Because our literal ride out is gone.
Yeah? Yes, let's go into my house.
Great.
You go up to the door and you push your hands in the sigils as you start. You hear the click, the door opens. And as the door opens, it's beautifully clean. And would you describe what it looks like?
So you see this very elegant room that is the entranceway. It's darker wood, and then on one wall you see a collection of elegant daggers from places that Myrynda has been, that she's traveled to and done work at, from the Feywild and Eberron. There's also a nice tea kettle near the fire, some tapestries on the wall that have things like unicorns, and things that you would expect to be kind of in the Feywild, along with a tiny little herb garden that has a what appears to be a tiny house.
This is what you guys see. The fire is going. It's nice and warm in here. It's comfortable. As you come in, the door closes on its own. You hear the click of the lock again. Right at that time, the tea kettle goes off, like it was placed. You watch the tea kettle move off the fireplace, seemingly by itself, as it lands with 3 other cups that are surrounding it. And Tayson, as you're looking at this with Rendith on your shoulder, who's dead.
Great. What now?
We sit down and have a cup of tea.
Are you...
Victor. No, I'm not kidding. Sit down.
I'm carrying a corpse.
Yeah, and that's not the weirdest thing that we've had happen to us in the past week, now is it?
Did the tea kettle move by itself? Is that what happened?
That's just Victorin.
Oh.
She, pixies.
I know this is a very inappropriate time to be talking about this, but I feel like that would be very beneficial for the Waffle Hut. Very beneficial, waitstaff. But yeah, you have a corpse on your body, so we should.
There's a serious moment, and then they make really good wait staff.
The grind never stops.
You do realize that she's just invisible right now, right?
I did
that's
not.
That's not the team moving on its own.
I don't see a problem. There's a corpse. We should deal with that. Just ignore.
I mean, Tayson's searching for any kind of notes, any kind of anything for information, because he had orders. I assume it wasn't just, word of mouth, go find Tayson and come back. But if it is, that's even more dire to him.
One piece of paper that seems to have a series of different dots on it. Nothing else.
It did still have. He had a whip, right? No. What weapon? Did he not have a whip?
He was punching.
He was punching. That's right. That's right.
He used those knucks.
Oh, maybe his punches were just so intense. I thought they were weapons. Anyway, okay. Never mind.
It's because he's tall.
It's because he's tall.
No, he's nothing. He's dead.
He's dead.
That's true.
Okay.
But is he hot? I'm sorry.
No, his body is quickly going cold. We're not doing this anymore. So what's the plan here?
Well,
I'm gonna have some tea.
There is one other thing. There is one other thing. Inside the folds of his tunic, right here, there's a symbol of the Skyward.
Okay.
There's a what now? I'm sorry, I just went ADA.
It's the symbol of the Skyward. The Skyward is the bounty hunting guild.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So what's the plan here? Go ahead.
Well, we sit, we have a cup of tea, and we study that piece of paper, because that is clearly the way that we're going to get out of here in a timely fashion. Since he did use one of those when we came here.
I mean, we can take a look at it, sure. assuming that doesn't go the way that we want it to, we are 2-ish weeks away from where we need to go, at minimum. And now it's much more dangerous than it was when we left. So...
You're not incorrect.
I'll tell you what, you two go ahead, drink some tea. I will start looking at this for now. And we will see if we can literally do anything about this situation.
Okay.
And Tayson's gonna... You said it's just dots? Is it like... Does it... I don't know if this is something Tayson would know more than Mike asking the question. Is this something where it looks like it would be kind of like written code? Or is this something where, like, am I getting some kind of like, oh, this is like a trace symbol for like an arcane scroll?
Roll an intelligence check.
Ugh. Well, that was good. Yes, I was going to say that was good, but and you know what? I could have done the stupid Tides of Chaos thing, but I didn't even think about it until I was already rolling. Oh, that's decent, though. I've rolled like 3 16s and a 15 in my last... it's a 15 total.
Are those snap dice?
Yes, they are. Don't worry, I'm going to put them in there. Look at it. It's so pretty.
It is so pretty.
That's adorable.
And it's a really high rolling dice. I've seen it all week.
It's been nuts.
You look it over. You said 15 total?
15 total. With my -1.
So it's not language. It's a series of dots on a piece of paper and nothing else. It's literally a blank piece of paper. There seems to be a dot that's 2 inches down from the top. There are 2 dots next to each other, just a little bit further down. There's a dot halfway in between. There seems to be a dot in the middle towards the bottom. Other little dots around the way, but they are actually smaller than the dots. These dots are more.
Does it seem...
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
And you can say no, Doc.
Okay.
Would Myrynda have a book on something like this in her household, since she is kind of a bookworm?
What do you think the book would be about? And I'll tell you if you have that book.
Well,
you have a book of dots? Probably, but it probably has nothing to do with this, and they're numbered.
It's a polka
1
dot.
through 52.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Connect the dots.
I was going to actually ask, does this seem like it would, like, if I was holding it the right way, does this seem like it would correspond with, like, a map of Redigan? Or at least this continent?
With a 15, I give it. I honestly answered all the questions.
Okay,
that I could
that's
for
fine.
that 15.
That's fine. Mike felt smart. That's all that I tried. I'm sorry.
Mike is always smart. Whether he's right or wrong doesn't mean anything.
Yay.
That was a really good, like, Goonies guess.
I'm going to be mad when it's right. But
So besides connect the dot, did you want to look to know if you have a book in your house? Because you're going to have whatever book you tell me. I just want to know what it is.
Think what kind of... Because, like, I'm in ADHD mode, and, like, brain go burr.
Sure.
Even better.
So I'm trying to think what kind of book this would be. Not like Thieves' Cant, but like code decryption.
Sure, you have that book.
Okay. Specifically, like magical code.
You think that there's a correspondence with the book, so you walk out of this room, you come back with the book, and you're flipping through the pages, and you get to it. They don't correlate.
Okay.
I have 2 options here. Go ahead.
Can I try to do
You want to look at the paper? I'll let you look at the paper. Make me
I
an
want to look at
intelligence
the
roll.
paper. Intelligence roll. To find out how well this goes for me. Ah, that's a 16.
16?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's not language. It's dots on a plain piece of paper. It's really weird.
I would like to look out the window
Okay.
to see if there's any more fighting happening.
You don't see any fighting. Make a perception check.
I got a 10.
Okay. Yeah, you don't see any more fighting. There are a few people walking around, but there doesn't seem to be any more demons. It seems like people are communicating in like a, are you okay?
Oh, aftermath sort of deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I maybe do like an Arcana check?
In a moment, we're going to come back to Mike because he'd be the next one to...
Yeah.
I've got, like, 2 things that I can do here. And by the way, Doc, I cast another spell earlier. Do you
how
care?
Earlier?
When I blew up the froggy thing.
That was... Oh, you're right. The chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I missed it. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Because I was gonna say he would pull out the surge ball.
Okay, as he pulls the surge ball out in your house, Myrynda.
Anyway.
Please do not destroy my household, Tayson.
No, I was gonna say, I don't know. Is there anything new in there since
Nope.
I've cast up? Okay, great. So
I'm gonna walk behind the couch just casually, real quick. Just walk behind a chair.
just casually disappear.
Yeah.
So there is something in here that I think would allow us to be somewhere else. I don't know where. And I don't know how many of us. And I also don't know if I would... you know what? It wouldn't summon something. It would send us somewhere. And I don't know where. But, so that's a thing. And, he had one of these papers... Okay. He had one of these papers. Tayson wouldn't be able to figure it out. So I think he is just going to put his hands on it. And I guess I wouldn't be like prestidigitate. I don't know. He's a sorcerer. He has like literal magic flowing through him. I think he just wants to try and channel some of that energy. Almost like completing the circuit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Flow through him, flow through the paper, flow back, and just see if he gets any kind of reaction from it all. Because I just watched this dude fight, and he was just punching stuff. And I feel like I've seen him before, too. So if he was able to teleport, I don't think I've ever seen him do it without doing this. So I think it's something...
You've never seen Rendith do that. The only thing you've seen Rendith do is be right by the queen's side, guarding her at all times.
Right.
As you place your hands on it, I don't need a roll. You sense conjuration.
Okay.
Myrynda, you were going to do something else at this point.
Yeah, she's gonna cast guidance on herself and do an Arcana check.
Okay. As you look at this thing, you're going to touch yourself and cast guidance. You know what? Sure. Don't forget it's a disadvantage.
Yep.
We tired.
Thank God I got a D4 added to that. That's a 12.
I mean, you're not... It doesn't have sigils, it doesn't have any magical markings, there's nothing to magically investigate. It really is just dots on a piece of paper.
Mm-hmm. What you doing from behind the couch there, Stroop?
Thing.
Did you find Jesus back there?
No, I saw the chaos ball and decided, not today. Not today, Stroopwafel.
Not today, Satan. Not today.
So, yeah, we haven't slept in a really long time. Or like 24 hours. And I'm getting a little sleepy. This tea, a little sleepy. Should we... Everything seems to be okay outside. Do we sleep on it? Is that bad? Should we do that? I know.
You hear a knock on the door.
Oh God, who is it now?
Myrynda walks over, and she's got one of her daggers behind her back as she opens the door. Yes?
2 men standing there in black. They each open up the fold of their black, and you see the symbol of the skyward. And they say, "May we come in?" At the exact same time.
Creepy twins over here.
And she calls out in Sylvan to Victor and goes, "Can you get 2 cups for them?" For
Okay,
tea.
you say in Sylvan out loud, and you hear tinking. Are you letting them in?
Yeah.
They walk in, and Brendan's on the floor. One looks down. The other one looks over him. They seem to be guarded as much as possible.
We didn't do that. We didn't do that.
He got
That wasn't
attacked by
us.
some of the demons. Tea?
The one, as you say, T, that's closer to Rendith, without looking up, says, "No, thank you." The other one, as they say a sentence together, the other one says, "We have to inform the council, but we appreciate it." And the other one says, "Thank you."
What is this?
They both look up, look at each other, look again, and at the same time say, "We don't know."
Thank you. Do you need to take his body?
We are going to take his body. And one of them picks him up as the other one goes to open the door a little wider. Do you want to do anything at this moment?
Can I say wait? And I want to grab an herb from my spice whack, like a bay leaf, and like press it into the dead corpse's hand and like close it so that
Okay.
he has something to travel with, because you shouldn't leave the house without any spices.
Okay. They will stop when you say wait. You place it in there. You put the hand back up. They both seem to head bow and look at, like, from Tayson to Myrynda.
I don't have any food. I'm sorry.
Myrynda asks them, "We potentially were going to be going back to the castle, but clearly the town has been attacked. Should we wait for the council to tell us further instructions, or?"
They look down together at Rendith, look up to you at the same time. "The council has nothing to do with you," they say at the same time. And then they bow and they walk out.
Wrong.
And then the door closes
Council.
on its own.
Yeah. But yeah. Okay. That was creepy. Cool. Let's So
we don't have to deal with the corpse anymore.
I mean, there is that. Sorry about that, Myrynda. However, I understand the whole, hey, it's been a while since we slept. Do we want to stay here? Do you want to?
For the time being, we are safe. So this might be our chance to rest without being attacked.
And maybe you'll have one of those weird dreams where it tells you what to do next. Premonition. Yeah. Or it could be a scary monster dream. Those happen too sometimes.
Okay, so let me try this again. Are you sure that you want the three of us to stay in a house and sleep with me being in close proximity of you while we sleep?
Tayson, I have guest rooms.
And you have the ball, the special ball.
Just saying. I don't.
I mean,
I want
can
to
it be
figure out.
worse?
I want to figure out how to get back. How am I going to sleep? I can't sleep. Think about what's happened in the last everything. Like we have to get back. How are we going to get back?
I mean, are we really going to be able to move that quickly if we are tired?
I'm going to figure this stupid thing out. I'm going to get back. I'm going to let them know the guy who was supposed to come get us died because we took him somewhere else that he shouldn't have been. He should have been able to just take us back home, but we insisted on coming here to find out what seems like all a bunch of information that we could have found out if we just went back to the damn castle, but instead we came here.
Tayson.
Now he's dead.
Tayson. The demons have been attacking all over the place. It stands to reason that no matter where we went, we would have potentially been attacked by these things.
Maybe, but we wouldn't have been attacked here if we insisted on... If we didn't insist. He got killed here.
Of candy and nuts, so...
Okay, let's talk about this then. I've had a rough day, and I'm not going to try and push that on anybody. So instead, let's just talk about the last few minutes, where demons appeared outside, we were unaware of it, and the person who brought us here and was going to take us back got his throat ripped out in front of us, and we are now inside your house having tea. So, I'm sorry if it feels like I'm being a little bit guilt-ridden because we brought him here, but at least somebody needs to care that this guy died. I'm a little concerned.
Just because
No,
we're saying
no,
we need to
no.
sleep does not mean that we don't care.
No, but just because we're saying there's nothing else to do doesn't mean we shouldn't be trying to find something else to do.
Yes, and Tayson, we have just spent the last 24 hours looking through hundreds of journals from Martin.
And found out...
The fact of the matter is that sometimes the best thing to do is to take care of oneself. Sometimes we have to take a moment to rest. It's not going to help anyone if we are so exhausted that we are incapable of action. Correct?
I am still capable of action. If you want to drink some tea and rest so you are capable of action, that is absolutely fine. I am not going to sit and wait when I literally... Okay, we need to rest. We need to make sure that we sleep. Great. I can't do that right now. I am not capable of stopping right now. So I'm not going to stop.
Fair. I think that's fair. If you want to stay up, you do that. But I gotta process in my own way. Love you guys, but we've been spending a lot of time together. So, Myrynda, if you have a guest room, I would like to use it. Okay.
Tayson, I have a guest room for you to be able to use if you can stay up. You don't have to sleep. But if you need an area to decompress, you have it.
I will take this compromise. Thank you.
So she now takes them to the guest rooms. And I would say because there's pixie magic in the house, at least one of them has herbs throughout the room. And she puts Stroop in that room.
Oh, this is absolutely lovely. Absolutely. Thank you.
You're quite welcome, Stroop. And then she shows Tayson his room. And it's out of the two, it's the more plain, but it does still have like nice furnishings and everything in it.
There's nothing plain about it, but it's plainer.
I said out of the two, it's more
Just wanted
plain.
to clarify, yeah.
More so. It doesn't have like a little herb garden in there. That's not the guest room that Victorin likes to plant things in.
I think Tayson looks at the room for like staring at the open, like you open the door and just in the doorway, Myrynda, Tayson looking at the room, and Tayson looks at it for like a solid 7 seconds without saying anything and goes, I'm gonna go back over to Martin's, and leaves. Like he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Tayson is heading over to Martin's, and that's where he's gonna go.
Okay. And this is where we're gonna take a break.
Yeah. Everybody get that.
Hold that thought. We'll get back to Lissa right when we get back.
We back.
As I said, Blitzkrieg Bop.
Nope. It was honestly just right after that. Now you said it twice, but it only counted for once. So.
No, I definitely just saw my mouth move.
Yeah.
For Blitzkrieg.
Do you know what everybody heard? Nothing. Because desktop audio is a thing. So they heard me say, they heard you go this. And I said, we're back. And then he said, you mean when I said Blitzkrieg Pop? Well, now we know. The mystery is gone. Whatever. Cancel the podcast.
That's it. We're done. There's no more mystery.
Damn.
The final tale.
Thanks, Lissa.
It's my real mom.
All right. Before we went on break, you guys split up. Tayson, you went to your house. Myrynda and Stroop are just going down nice, right?
Yeah.
I have something I want to do before I go to bed, though.
What do you want to do?
I want to finish eating this Crunch Bar and not have it on the microphone.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize it was going to happen so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to do something before I go to bed. Stroop is going to pull out the Guardian manual.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of leaf through it and see if there's any sort of reference to the slip of paper they found on the body.
Make an intelligence roll.
You said leaf through it. That made me happy.
And it's a leaf book, and it's so awesome. Yay!
Gosh, darn it. I got a 5.
What is
We
paper?
just cannot figure out what the fuck this thing is.
As you're flipping through, there's nothing that references it, but you get to a page that you didn't notice before. It's like almost to the end, but not quite there. A list of guardians by name. And you're watching it slowly, one at a time, get less and less.
Of, like, Guardians or Guardians in Waiting?
So there's only one guardian,
Right.
and then there's guardians awaiting. This is a list of everybody. Prue's name's still on the top, but you're watching every couple of seconds another one, and then like really quickly another one, and a little bit more.
I'd like to throw up.
You're more than welcome to.
I vomit a little in my mouth and then swallow it because I don't want to throw up on Myrynda's nice floor.
Don't piss off the pixie. Got it.
Yeah.
The pixie has to clean that up.
Oh, God, I don't think this is good. All right. I would like to... Sorry, Drogo just is so talkative tonight. I would like to... I want to go to sleep, but I want to go to the dream... Not the dream place, but I want to go to the business meeting. Do I know
Okay.
how to do that?
We'll find out when we
Okay.
get back. Tayson, you went into Martin's house.
I was gonna
Oh,
help
sorry.
Myrynda. She's just kind of, before she goes to bed, she's going to sit in front of her mirror, and she's going to do she's going to take her her knife from Eberron, her original knife, and she's going to poke her finger with it, and she's actually going to make symbols from the Traveler on her mirror,
Okay.
along with Zalrin. She's going to
You're drawing their basic symbols as the basic sigils that represent them?
yeah, and she's adding like runes of protection, while adding her intent to protect her friends in the night.
Okay.
And then she goes
Tayson,
to bed.
you... Sure. Tayson, you head to Martin's house.
Mhm.
You open it up, you close the door. Silence. There's people talking outside. You heard it as you were walking in, but as soon as the door closes, silence.
Open the door back up. Hear it. Close the door. Don't hear it.
I'm just kidding.
You know, it makes sense. If you close yourself off from everybody, you don't tell them what's going on, you don't hear what's going on. Yeah, this makes sense. This checks out. Huh. Where to start? If I could find something, I kind of want to just pin this piece of paper to a wall somewhere.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough.
I didn't come through anything in the journals. And I don't think that's the, asking the other people that were part of the bounty hunting order, they didn't know what this piece of paper was. So it's unlikely something that's through them. So it's probably something that came through the Queen, because he was sent by the Queen to come find Tayson. So Tayson is actively, I don't know if you'd call it, like, I don't think I can take 20 on this. This is literally like, I'll lose sleep. That's fine. I'll go to 2 levels exhaustion. That's fine. Tayson I couldn't comfortably make Tayson sleep today anyway. At this point, it is full-fledged. I have to figure out how to make this work, because if not, I'm basically going to give my friends the opportunity to teleport to who knows where with me, or I'll go alone. Because we can't risk 3 weeks of trying to get back to the castle at this point.
Okay. So let's do this in my head order, which is you're going to pin this up. You've been up for more than 24 hours.
Yep.
So I need a Constitution save.
Okay. That's one of the good ones. Okay. Now, it's a saving throw, not an ability check. Do I still have disadvantage here?
So, as a thing, it's still an ability, but it's not going to be at disadvantage because I don't play that way at my table. I think it's evil.
Okay. 23.
Okay. So you're going to be able to stay up all night.
Yep.
Make an intelligence check for me. This one will be at disadvantage.
Okay. I'd like to, if I can, I'd like to use my Tides of Chaos advantage on an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Yep. As you're staring at the sheet, you really focus and part of your training kicks in.
I'm so scared. Okay. I got excited and then I remembered it's still a negative. So that's a 17.
Okay.
Which is higher than a 15, but it's not a lot higher than a 15.
It total? You
Yeah.
did both? Okay.
Oh, no, I gave
you
myself...
gave yourself advantage.
I canceled
Yep.
it out.
And that's on your next spell cast, right?
No. So that's gone until I take a long rest.
No, I mean
Or-
the triggering effect.
Oh, so
Using it causes you to roll.
no. The Tides of Chaos thing, it's something that I have, and I lose it until I take a long rest, unless the next time I cast it, or whenever I cast a spell, you can just make me roll on the wild magic
Right.
table, and then I get it back.
You're right. Okay. But 17?
Mhm.
You pin it up on the wall. There's other things here. None of them are pictures. There's one that's a hand drawn of a woman, but it's not professional, so it's hard to make out.
Sure.
You sit back in a chair and you stare. Focus in so that you can use your ability. And you look right. Something catches your eye. You look back right. Mike was correct. And now Tayson knows. Those dots line up perfectly with the major cities on the map.
Okay. So, use this. This was a point. There's conjuration magic to it. So if I focus, maybe if I focus on a point. Maybe if I focus on a point, I can do it. Well, maybe. Well, hold on. I don't know if he ever did. Maybe it doesn't have to be me. Because, okay, so if we've got this figured out. Okay, so focus on that, right? I'm going to need more wake-up broth. So focus on that. Maybe Stroop. Focus on a point. That lines up. So that's Remedigan. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Probably? Maybe. I don't know. Okay. We're gonna try that. Oh boy, we're gonna try that. I guess worst case scenario, it goes away and then it doesn't matter. But cool. Okay. I can't even call it a plan. It's more of an idea. Okay. Well, I should get some rest before, and I think Tayson is gonna walk outside, like as he's talking to himself, like, Eureka! I think I've got an idea. I should go over there. Maybe they're right. Maybe I should get some rest. And as he's walking out, like the full-fledged day has changed because he's been in there for hours without realizing it.
So it's night now, and again, both moons are out, so it is bright. Dayton, Ashtira still looks very bright. It's not totally full, but it's almost full. And then Dayton looks like it's coming up on its full moon as well.
Well, dang it. Okay. I wonder if they're up. And Tayson will go over to Myrynda's house and knock on the door.
You go to the house and you go to knock on the door, and the door opens.
Fair enough. Walk in. I start to close the door behind me, and I assume
It closes.
Yep. Okay. Interesting.
And then before you, about 9 inches tall, a little flying figure.
Hey there. Hi. Am I don't think we were formally introduced, and I'm not sure if we were supposed to be. Did you open the door?
Always.
Okay. So, I appreciate that. What's your name? I'm Tayson, by the way. I'm sorry.
What is she calling me nowadays? Victoria.
What do you want me?
Victorin.
What do you want me to call you?
I need to think on that.
Okay. Well, I don't think I'm gonna stay here very long, so let me know.
If it helps, Victorin means guardian.
Nice.
Oh, I know. I have it written down.
Okay. Do you know if either of the other two here are awake or are... I think we're trying to figure out how to leave. By the way, how long have you been here?
In a while.
Okay.
And she goes, hold on. And you watch her fly to the ceiling, disappears.
Fair enough.
She comes back, floating again in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
My miss is asleep. It seems like the little one is too, but rolling around a little bit.
Oh, yeah. You know, I keep telling her that she shouldn't be sleeping in trees because she tosses and turns almost as much as I do. And mine is dangerous, but hers isn't very far off. It's a really good way to fall. This might be presumptuous, but, you know, you're literally, like, flying around and have wings and seem to be able to go back and forth from being seen. I have a theory. Do you mind if I bounce it off of you to at least practice it before I try and bounce it off of them?
Sure.
Okay.
You notice now it's not normal looking at. She seems to be curiously doing the dog head tilt.
Okay.
Every now and then she closes one eye and looks at you through the other one.
Is it like a looking through me or examining me?
It's definitely examining you.
Okay. I'm weird. Don't worry about it.
And Tayson will grab the paper and, like, I think he's been rolling it up each time. He'll unroll it and kind of, like, put his fingers down to hold it back.
So I think there's a way. There's like some conjuration-y stuff going on with this. And I saw, well, the guy we brought in here before that got taken out, you know, the one that was dead. I think he used this to head back to get us here. So I was kind of curious of how. So I thought about it, and it looks like this is kind of like different points, like for a map. And I'm hoping that maybe if we focus on it and try and use, you know, some innate conjuration, we might be able to take us, you know, to a place much like he got us here. Because this is what he used to get us here, I think.
Or I could take you away.
Where's that?
Anywhere. Magic's weird.
Well, yeah. Tell me about it. Yeah. I don't know. I think I know that I'm desperately grasping at straws here, but when straws are literally all that you have to grasp at, I don't know if it's desperation. I think at that point it's just necessity, right?
Or how do you guys say? It's being crazy?
Well, yeah. But again, if my choices are to yeah, probably. Yeah, actually. I was about to do that thing that crazy people do where they talk about how they're not crazy. But then I figured that I was just going to feed into it. Because then even if I am, you know, in my right mind, it doesn't, that's not going to help the situation, right? I can't say, no, I'm not crazy because this, and say crazy things. So, you know what? Probably. Fine. I give up. I'm really sorry to bother you. Thank you for listening. I can sit here until they wake up, and then, you know, tell them what I think.
I'm here all alone, all the time. What makes you think you're bothering me?
Why are you all alone? Why are you here? Would you like to be somewhere else?
Oh, I'm bound to this house.
Oh. Why?
I foolishly gave somebody my name.
Oh. I'm sorry. I didn't know that was a thing. Well, who'd you do that with?
I can't tell you any more than I can tell anyone else.
Oh, that's weird. Would you like some friends?
Always. Are you going to be my friend?
I think we are friends already. I kind of assume everybody's my friend until I'm not. But I could leave some friends for you. Tayson would like to go and sneak into Myrynda's room.
So you never seen this house and are going to attempt to find Myrynda's room.
While I'm
I
exhausted.
mean, to be
I'm
fair,
also
it's the one with a bunch of
I'm
like,
also very exhausted.
decorations right
So
outside
in
the
my
door.
head, as Tayson, this is a fine idea.
Yep. You walk upstairs, and the only rooms, the doors that are up here, you only know two of them. The spare bedroom that you know Stroop is in, and the other one that you were shown before you left.
Look around.
There's a few other doors, 2 or 3 of them.
I'm just gonna start like lightly knocking on doors.
Before you do,
Oh, just kidding.
you hear, "What are you doing?"
Oh, I'm trying to find Myrynda's room.
You will not wake Miss.
I'm not going to make a miss. I don't want to. I needed to grab something from her back.
No, you're not.
But it belongs to all of us.
That's nice to know. No, you're not.
Can you grab something from her for me then?
I will not.
Well, then I guess I'm just waiting. I mean, okay. I didn't mean anything rude by it. I apologize.
You're forgiven.
Okay.
Your room is this way.
Oh, I'd rather just stay up downstairs if that's okay with you.
I have stuff to do.
Okay.
And you need tea.
I really don't like tea. Just bad broth. Fine. You know what? I've been rude enough to you already. I will have some tea. Can you do me a favor and not tell either of them that I had tea, though? Like, if they ask, could you just not say anything?
I will make tea, and then I don't know what happens. That's fine.
So
I
I'm just
appreciate
gonna
that.
say the sleepy time tea that Victorin makes for Tayson is catnip, valerian, lavender, and chamomile with
I'm already
honey
worried.
and milk.
You go into the room. A cup comes up on its own. The tea kettle comes up on its own. It pours. You see things get in there. 2.5 minutes, it swirls itself, and then it just evaporates as it pulls up out of it. And she says, "Good night." And she leaves. Disappears, and then the door closes. Are you just going to stare at the cup of tea?
Oh, I mean, for a while, yeah.
Okay.
But then he realizes the whole, like, oh, she went through the trouble of making it, pouring it, magicking it. I don't know. Point is that she went through some kind of trouble, so he'll drink it because Tayson is incapable of being rude for more than 3 seconds.
You sip it. You do the normal tea sip, put it down. And that's the last thing you remember tonight as you go to sleep.
Yar.
Stroop. You go
Right.
to sleep. You walk. Again, you feel that pull down. You end up in the damp tunnel. Look around. You don't hear anything this time. You open up the door that goes up into the ramp, into the auditorium. You're the only one here.
Hello? Other Guardian people? Can anyone hear me? Is anyone else gonna come?
Room does not answer you.
I just need to make sure you're all okay because we're in the book and now you're not in the book anymore, and I'm concerned. Maybe you just had a meeting without me and I wasn't invited for whatever reason. Maybe that's what that was, but I don't know. Just some crazy stuff has been happening lately. So I was just hoping that it wasn't anything too bad. Really should finish reading that book so I know how to work it here, but you know, procrastination is my forte, so anyone?
You hear a deep male voice, and you hear the clicking of heels coming up from the other side, another tunnel. A man with a black cloak, a man with a black cloak walks in to the auditorium, looks around, looks at you, grabs a chair, sits down, and just looks your way.
Hi. Stroop Waffle of the Waffle Hut franchise. Who are you?
You can call me the teacher.
Are you related in any way to Tayson's teacher? Or just the same profession?
I am Tayson's teacher.
I don't know how I feel about you, sir. There was an incident with a cart, but then it got returned, but you gave us the magic ball. Anyway, why are you here?
You were trying to call a meeting of the Guardians.
Are you a guardian?
You're a guardian?
I have been many things in my lifetime.
Ever been direct? Please let me know what's happening here.
I fucking love Stroop.
The Guardians are dying.
Old age, disease, is it bad?
You are quite smarter than that.
I know, I just don't want to believe it. It's the demons, isn't it?
It is.
How many are left?
Check your book.
Do I have the book with me in the dreamland?
You didn't, but now you do.
Oh, great. I pull it from my back pocket where I keep it sometimes.
Yeah,
I-
the book.
Yeah.
Advertised.
You open it up and you flip to the page.
Stroop's pocket is in fact the TARDIS. It's bigger on the inside.
It's usually about 200-300 names. You can tell by the space that's on here. It's in the 80s, but none of the other names are vanishing.
Do I see? Oh gosh, you know how I am. You know my memory. Do I see Prue's name on there?
You still see Guardian.
Okay. Okay, good. That's the right name. I watched all of the Hunger Games movies recently. Okay. Prue's still there. So why are you the only one who showed up here?
I am the only one not detained.
Detained where?
All over. Mostly by the Black Forest, some by the Shindara tree.
Oh, this is not good. How do I get Prue out? She'll know what to do. I don't know what to do. That's the only person I care about saving at this point.
Why?
'Cause she's the guardian.
The most recent.
The one right now. Feel like she's in charge in some way, shape, or form. Where do you know where she is? Do I know where she is?
I do not know.
Oh. Who's holding them?
I'm guessing the demons by the Black Forest.
Okay, I can do that. I can go there. I can save her. Because if she goes, and if there's nobody else, that means I gotta, and I don't know if I wanna yet. And,
But the tree of knowledge and wisdom, it gives the life, the meaning to the Guardians. Isn't that important?
I mean, sure. But I can't protect a tree by myself. I need help.
Sounds like you have a conundrum.
I don't want one of those. Why aren't you being detained?
I'm no longer a Guardian.
He's actually a free agent.
Did you get out?
I destroyed part of the Adash Mirror. I broke my oaths, and I was cast out. By the Guardian? Yeah, 3 Guardians ago.
But you can still attend the business meeting?
No, this is unique. I haven't felt this in hundreds of years.
Huh. How old is this motherfucker? What
Does it-
species is this motherfucker?
Does it look the same?
Things change, things stay the same.
Well, I appreciate your help. Still not sure how I feel about you. Just let you know how it is, as I do. But I appreciate your help with this. Any advice? Any advice that you could give at this point?
No matter what happens, Tayson needs to meet Deimos.
Droop turns just deathly white. What if he's not strong enough?
He was made strong enough.
It's not that I don't believe in him, because I do. I do, Martin did, I'm sure Myrynda does. I don't think I could lose a friend. You know? What if he doesn't make it? That he's got. Just shut up, guys, I'm crying.
I love it. She said, "Shut up, guys." I'm sorry.
I can't say anything. I've cried on screen for Woodmere, so.
He listens to you, and he says, "If it helps, I didn't take your cart, but I killed the ones that did." Tayson doesn't know it, but is stronger than any being on this planet, and has been taught to destroy anything.
Okay. Where's Deimos?
Still behind the unshattered shield, but his cult breaks it away little by little every day.
Where's the entry point? Do you know?
When it's time, you will be in the right place. But until then, do not be soft on Tayson. His emotions are what makes him able to destroy. But be careful as he stands up. Push him too far, and he can destroy reality itself.
All right. Well, I appreciate this talk that we had. I'm gonna stay here for a little bit longer and just process things, but I believe it, and I believe in Tayson.
If what I'm hearing is correct, get comfortable. Chances are you will be the next guardian. And he walks off.
So no, he's never been direct in his life. It's great. Stroop is gonna take a seat in the chair that he was in and just kind of for a while.
Okay. You're gonna sit there for a while, right?
Yeah.
One point you see a flash of what you think is a figure deep in the stands, like he just appears for a second, a face of horror, and then he disappears.
So this might turn into a nightmare.
You open up the book and you notice one more name is gone.
Oh, this is not good. All right, I'm gonna get up, kind of dust my butt off because I'm sure the chair was a little dusty.
Sure.
And head back down the passageway back to reality.
The next morning, you're all going to wake up. Tayson, you're going to be very surprised because you're going to be like this with cold tea in front of you.
Myrynda didn't get a dream? What? That's not an open invitation, Doc.
You're in your house. You're sleeping pretty. Okay.
Everybody, take away 1 point of exhaustion.
Hey, I'm exhausted.
You didn't make it through the night, so you didn't get that other point.
Yay! Told you, sleep is for the weak. Haha! Hey!
Why did I go Mickey Mouse with that?
Why not?
Sleep is for the weak. Haha.
Sleep is for the weak.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
So, all right. Literally, any more of those in Disney has just cause to sue us and make us go away. So,
Actually, no, it's covered under parody law.
anyway,
For Disney purposes, I am in no position to want to kill myself if I go missing. It was Disney. It's the mouse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, sue or chaos ensues. The point is, no, thank you. Hey, I found a thing, right? So,
Wait. As everybody comes into the hallway, Tayson just does this. You guys know Tayson went to Martin's house.
Hi, I think I figured out the thing. Hi,
So when Tayson does this, Myrynda just she has the shadow, the psychic blades pop into her hand, and she's about to whack him with them. Tayson,
what?
warning!
You literally
Announce yourself.
Do
Do you want to get stabbed? This is how you get stabbed.
You literally whatever.
A little fairy pops up and goes, "Sorry, miss, you have guests," and then she disappears again.
Stroop comes out of her room. Looks like she's been crying all night. And just, oh hey, you guys are here. That's cool. This is fine. What's up? What? Hold on.
Do you need Myrynda to give you a hug?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Please don't hug me. I will cry.
Okay. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I will
It's
stay
fine.
very far away, but also I was hoping I could show you something that might require you to be... I don't... Okay, here.
Myrynda, instead of giving her a hug, just passes her a cup of tea, just like discreetly.
Okay, so check this out. I think I figured out a thing. And Tayson will, like, take their map. And then... I'm imagining a world where everything is to scale. But he'll take their map and be like, now watch this. And he'll take the paper with the dots and put it over the map. And then take it off.
Even if it's not to scale, you can see the correlation. Yeah.
See? That's... So those are different places. And there's some kind of, like, conjuration tinge thing to this. So I was hoping maybe if we tried to push that a little bit and focused on one of the points, maybe we could get there. You know? Because I think that's what they did. So that's kind of where I'm at. That's where I'm thinking.
That makes sense to me. Are they like buttons? You push the button and you go to the place?
I mean, hopefully.
Oh. That makes sense.
Yeah, there was that. Also, so that's kind of what I want to try today. And I don't know if I'm the best person to do that, or, you know, I don't know if either of you knows conjuration much, but maybe. And also, one more thing about this, I think we should leave the fur balls here with your house attendant.
Okay.
Because I think it would be very lonely to not have anybody around and be isolated in a place and not be able to leave it. And
well, how about this? You guys can keep yours. And she pulls out the axe.
They keep going back to the bag the next day, remember?
Yeah, we gotta leave the bag.
Yeah, we gotta leave the bag.
I would leave Fred Jr. here if it means he'd be safe.
That was the other part. I feel like we're worried about the animals getting hurt, and
for a second, Hannah, are you actually okay?
Oh yeah. I'm fine.
She's just leaning. She's just leaning in.
And the amigos too.
I'm very good at crying on cue.
I am too.
No one cued it. You cued it.
I cued it.
Oh my god.
Who ordered the code? Who ordered the code tears?
I needed to process some feelings during D&D tonight, and this is how it happened. Okay.
Fair enough. Here we are.
That's fine.
Yay, friendship.
That.
Everybody pose yay friendship for the camera. Yeah. Okay.
Please, someone screenshot that and send it to me so I can send it to my dad.
Don't worry, I know exactly when that happened. We're 2 hours, 22 minutes, and 20 seconds into the stream. I will remember. So, okay, I don't know. I thought maybe, you know, it keeps them safe, gives you something else to come back to, but also, you know, your friend can have friends. I think I'm their friend now. I'm not sure, or at least they asked if I was, and I said yes. But, you know, whatever. But that's where I'm at. I kind of want to try something and hope for the best. And worst case, if it doesn't work, then we got a lottery ticket that we can try and cash in.
Hey, Doc.
Yeah.
Does my house have a backyard?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm just trying to imagine a giant elk inside the house.
It's a city yard. I mean, it only goes back like 3 feet.
No, it's like
it's over 15.
It's like a postage stamp yard, but like maybe a quarter of an acre. But it's still a bit of a yard.
It's a smart thing because giant elk is a possibility. Yeah.
That's why I'm asking. I'm like, Victorin.
Miss.
Please keep Fred Jr. and Dax safe. When you bring them out, please do so in the yard. Sometimes they're big.
Okay.
Friends.
They can be a variety of creatures. From my understanding, the vast majority of them are omnivorous. But
Have we seen them eat?
No, but just in case. I don't want her getting eaten. Mm-hmm. Fair warning for her. But yes, please keep them safe.
Well.
Some buddies for you to hang out with. Hopefully. Oh, we should probably tell them that they have to stay here for a while.
Yeah, we could kiss them goodbye. We could do that.
Well, I mean, we'll come back.
Yeah, but I mean, goodbye for now,
Right. No, I get that. No, just think of it. This is just like this is like a really nice like not a kennel, but like the nice version of that, Like this is
still a kennel, I think.
Well, okay.
It's the equivalent of doggy daycare.
Yeah.
So, are you just gonna do it right here?
Yeah. Outside.
Outside.
In the little yard.
Go out to the little yard in the back, which is well groomed, but nothing back here. Like nobody ever comes back here. Just part of the house. Who's thrown first?
I got a 3.
A badger appears.
Hey.
Just a regular badger, not a giant badger.
Just a regular badger.
Hey, Fred. This your friend? They're gonna take care of you for a while? I have to go somewhere scary, and it would be better to leave you here and hang out with you after things are taken care of. So, be good. I'll see you as soon as I can, okay?
I got a 6.
Next to your badger, a giant badger appears.
Dax. And she reaches over and gives like behind the ear scritches and like nuzzles Dax's face and goes, "Alright, be good. We'll be back for you. This is Victorin. She guards my house. Have fun. She will feed you and groom you and cuddle you, and she's a wonderful being. Okay?"
Actually,
I was gonna say, giant.
yeah.
And she gives more scritches as she's like hugging Dax.
Okay. Group, would you like to throw your ball of fur? A lot of kissing of the dice today.
It helps. If one more person tries to deliver a pizza to my apartment, I'm going to scream.
Just
Sorry,
take it.
I don't like pizza.
Oh.
But I rolled a 3.
Okay. Another badger pops up.
Dope.
It's the Badger Squad.
So two regular badgers and one giant badger.
We went a badger, mushroom.
Right, FJ. You're gonna live here for a little bit. I'm gonna come back for you. Don't worry, I'm gonna come back for you. I promise I'm gonna come back for you. Squish your little cheeks. Like I kiss my dice. And I'm gonna need you to help out in the kitchen as much as you can. Don't poop on the kitchen counter. Wash your hands a lot. Like, if you think you're washing your hands too much, you're wrong. You should be washing them even more. Always wash the vegetables before you chop them up. and then wash them again after you chop them.
Stroop is talking to this badger as if it has opposable thumbs.
Yeah. You never know, maybe one day you will. And just make sure nobody gets poisoned. They're very, very, everybody's so sensitive about being poisoned these days, so you just gotta really make sure that you don't do that. Nobody likes it, I guess. Yeah. You cool with that? Okay, cool. I love you, Red Jr. Never ever forget that. And I'm proud of you. I'm gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. That's that.
Okay.
It was nice meeting you. Thank you for hearing me out and stuff. I was kind of, not my best there, but it helped. Also, thank you for the tea.
You had tea?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
I hope it was delicious.
It tastes a lot better when it's not forced upon you. That's all I'm gonna say.
Most things are better when they're not forced upon you.
Mm-hmm.
Food, drink. Food you don't want.
I mean, you say that as somebody who is literally giving me food and drink and food that I don't. You know what? Never mind. This is not the moment for that. You were clearly going through something. So I will. Sorry. Let me try that again. Yes. You are right.
I'm gonna make you a cake.
Okay. And I will eat it. I'm gonna sit down and try and work on this thing. You two let me know when we're ready, and maybe something will happen. I don't know. We're kind of playing Calvin ball here. Just.
Doc.
Yeah.
Can Stroop re-up on herbs and stuff from the little herb gardens around the house?
I mean, she could, but she doesn't need to.
They grow.
Once she adds an
I have a grow
herb
house.
to the true to the spice whack, it always grows.
Okay, so Myrynda is going to go to her herb garden and grab nightshade and other kinds of poisons.
And give it to her? Okay. No, this
her.
is good. This is good. Yeah.
To
Why
add
not?
to the spice
This
whack.
is such no.
she's going
Hold
to be-
on. This is such a terrible idea. This is such a terrible goddamn idea.
Don't worry. I'll put him in the one with the skull and crossbones.
I'm not there. I'll shut up. Continue on.
You take out a knife and you do skull and crossbones, but then you remember that nightshade at the right intensity makes a really good tea.
Stroop. These
Yeah.
are poisonous. Mark them appropriately so we are not getting them in our food, please.
I promise to mark them appropriately in the spice whack. So you guys don't eat them or have them made into your food.
Thank you. I do not feel like getting poisoned.
Don't see why.
These
no,
are
definitely.
for us to poison people, not for us to get poisoned.
But I can poison other people.
Yes, you can poison other people, not us.
Cool.
Somewhere a little bit away, Tayson sneezes and his ears are burning and he doesn't know why, but he's very uncomfortable.
I put them at the closest bottom to the... No, not... I put them at the closest top and, carve little skull and crossbones into those little doors.
I find it funny that the one who was literally made to be destructive is the one that takes issue with this.
The one who's
while
cautious about destruction? Yeah.
The other two are just like,
His exact words are, if it's more than 0, it's not worth it.
That's why you get broth.
So yeah, you guys add poison to the spice whack, sure.
Don't get me wrong, it's a great idea. It's just a terrible idea.
I just
Like, I'm
love
all
who
for
you
this.
gave it to
Yeah.
with the problems we've had in the past.
Yep.
From normal stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
Here's the thing. We have a renewable supply for Myrynda's poisoner's kit now.
Her hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Anything else you want to do before Tayson tries his party trick? Do 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 do.
Does Myrynda have a book on Deimos? That is not the one that Martin wrote.
I got this one. Hold on. No.
Okay.
I mean, there's probably an old thing of gods, but all it does is explain symbol, what they represent, stuff like that.
Okay. Then, other than getting her stuff together, making sure Stroop has the appropriate poisons so she can continue her hobby.
Okay. You gather at the table. I'm hoping it's the kitchen table because that's where all this shady shit's supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's where
And
I
what do
put
you
the
wanna
stuff
do?
down anyway.
Sure. What do you want to do?
Okay. I felt this thing before, and I tried to kind of pulse energy through it, and I got the feel that there was conjuration to it. So I think now what I would want to do is I actively want to like push that forward instead of just kind of like vibing off of it. Putting, in my hands and then looking at the map and then going to basically pinch the dot that would be Remedigan Castle.
Mm-hmm.
I want to create as much of a circuit where I'm almost envisioning where for conjuration, yeah, this is perfect. Conjuration, there's an emblem on my stomach.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to push energy from my stomach through my arm into this point.
Okay.
And then
Are you...
Good.
I just want to clarify. So you're going to pick up... The plan is to pick up the paper, squeeze the dot. And the dots are small. You're not going to be able to two-hand it, but
Right.
single-handedly you can go front and back. And then push the conjuration energy into where you're squeezing.
I want to try and cycle it back. And like that's why I had the two hands thing where I wanted to almost like pass through and almost like...
So
But I
you
get
could
ya.
do that if you like do a thumb and a
Yeah.
finger on the back? Okay.
I
You're...
put a hand on my shoulder and pray you live.
What do you guys do? Okay.
I put my hand on his shoulder.
You take your thumb.
You
with your finger,
you get on the table, you dance first, then you put your hand on my shoulder.
You press on Remedigan before you get a chance to do anything else. Everybody make a Constitution save.
Okay. Snap
I
is
got-
doing so good.
I got a 22 because I got a nat 20.
Woo-hoo!
Nice.
Oh, hey! I got a 16.
I got a 22, but I did not roll in that 20.
As you all three end up in the area of the spire where there is a teleportation circle, you all land. It's just a huff as you feel jolted through, and there's like a moment where all of you like, I'm gonna throw up, and then it doesn't happen.
I do have a question.
Sure.
Do I need to roll for that?
No, I did.
Okay. I'll ask you later, but let me know if there's something I need to write down on here when I check.
You figured it out.
Yeah.
I meant, did I cast a spell? Do I need to do something
No,
here?
you did not. You
Okay.
didn't even get a chance.
Got
The
it.
minute your finger touched it, you were gone.
We're gonna hold on to this.
You feel the energy lessen, by the way.
Yeah.
So what you figure out and put together is you can only use it
Once a day, because he said we could do this, but we would have to come back tomorrow.
The minute you hit, you notice that the teleportation circle actually has guards around it. They've turned. Some of the warriors have grabbed the hilts. Other casters had their fingers ready, and then they put them down when they see you.
Hi. Sorry. I would have let you know, but frankly, we didn't know how that was going to work.
One guard salutes and bows, and then the rest of them do it.
Oh, man. Myrynda, they missed you a lot.
Jason, that's not for me.
No, I know, but I'm uncomfortable. Okay, we should go. I think we need to go talk to, Her Majesty. Yeah, probably.
Most likely.
I'm just asking outward to the guards who are all just bowed and just, please.
They're not like making a circle you can't get through.
No, I just.
Myrynda just strides forward and motions for Tayson to follow.
Please stand up. This is uncomfortable. I don't want to. I don't want to leave. And then I'll uncomfortably walk out.
And as soon as you walk far enough away, you'll watch them all stand up and get back into guard position.
Stroop secretly really enjoyed having people bow to her, but doesn't say anything to anybody. Just like, oh, okay.
You head through the streets. There's people there, but it's not like it normally is.
Mm-hmm.
You make it to the castle. The guards give the same salute as Tayson gets within 20 feet.
I really don't like this.
You head into the castle, and as you head into the foyer of where the queen holds her court, you notice a few things. One, there are way more guards in here than there ever has been.
Mm.
Two, the queen is in absolute black leather. She has a rapier to one side. She looks like she's got another short sword handle picking up from one other end. Her hair is back in a messy ponytail like she doesn't care. And you see a multitude of different daggers around her. And the moment she sees Tayson, she runs.
So what you're saying is she mirrors Myrynda right about now with her appearance.
Almost. Yeah, there's no obvious. At least there's nowhere you see any flasks. She snatches Tayson in a very tight hug and just says, "Thank God you okay."
Did you get my message? I'm uncomfortable. Oh boy. Hi, nice to see you too. I think everything's gone bad.
She puts you down and she says, "Well, it's a mixture of good and bad, but news is news. There's no such thing as good or bad."
I'm not sure. Okay. You know what? I'm willing to test out your theory in practice. What do we got? Because I found out that I'm weirder than I thought, and I'm not sure I'm a big fan of that, especially since there was possibility to talk to me about it at some way, shape, or form, and no one ever thought that was worth the time or energy to. I was told that we were supposed to go to Hardell, and then found out we probably shouldn't have walked there because in the media there was.
Hey, son.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Where's Rendith? He was supposed to bring you back.
Oh yeah, he did not make it.
What do you mean he did not make it?
Well, we got to Hardell with Rendith. We started looking through Martin's journals and found out some information, but not really. And then when we walked back outside, there were demons attacking everything, including Rendith, and Rendith did not make it.
I understand.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
I mean, kinda. Like, he was there to find us, and instead of coming back here, we told him we needed to go to Hardell, and then we did, and I don't really know what we found out that was worth him losing his life over, so... Kinda, actually.
Jason, Rendith was a capable warrior. If demons are strong enough to take him down, then thank God you're home, alive.
Okay. I'm not in the time to. I'm not in the mood to get into any kind of semantic argument, so I won't. What the ever-living hell is actually going on?
She looks back at the scribe and holds out her hand. A message falls into her hand. She opens it up. It's perfect Elven written. As she opens it up, on the bottom you can see Xandro Missionel as the final signature. It turns out Xandro and Avigard figured out who your parentage is.
Okay. I'm super excited about all that. That's great. I'm much more concerned about that there's the apocalypse thing happening. And unless that's my fault or has something to do with my parentage, I'd rather save that for later, priorities. Like
Fair enough.
The world.
All we know are that more and more demons are coming from the Black Forest. More than could possibly have been there. We're trying to send scouts, but none of them are making it anywhere near.
Mm-hmm.
Safety is our number one concern. We've lost too many already. The ward is... She looks around, and the paladin, the other guard, says, disappeared. All of them are gone.
Okay. So...
And she says, we don't know what's going on with that.
Mm-hmm.
Xandro's gone. His niece Navara is now the queen of Adeshmir.
Okay.
And they want you to come home.
Okay, we'll get to that part in a second. So just to check in real quick, we've tried to send scouts to the Black Forest where all these demons seem to be coming from. Hasn't worked out. The ward is gone. Is there any reason that we haven't just gone full-fledged assault then? Because I feel like we're kind of entering this kind of potential war of attrition where we don't have any information, and in the process of trying to get information, we're just losing more people without knowing why.
And where would we send them?
You just said the Black Forest.
If we attack the Black Forest and most of the demons are out into the Adeshmir, into the round cap rainforest, is to destroy our lands while we put all our armies there. What have we succeeded in doing?
Well, here's the thing. If we get rid of the demons, regardless of what they destroy in the meantime, if we're alive, we can rebuild. That's more of what I was gleaning on. I'm sorry.
By the time we get there, Tayson, with an army, and say we can succeed where nobody has before, and we can make the Black Forest go away.
Sure.
Even defeat everything that's in the Black Forest.
What
I'm telling you is the demons are no longer there.
Oh, got it.
But the cult, are they there? Do we have any idea? The cult that's trying to free Deimos.
What cult?
Great question.
The rest of us don't know about this cult, technically.
Oh, the cult. The cult. I'm a guardian in waiting. Right?
She stands up a little taller and says, I do now.
Well, I spoke with the rest of the guardians that are available, which is one other person who is not a good guardian. Great human, great person, not a good guardian.
Okay.
and all of the guardians are being killed or are being held by these demons, or by the people who are worshipping Deimos
When did you do
and trying to
that?
free him. Oh, my dream. Remember, I woke up this morning. I was a little crying.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah,
okay.
I went to a business meeting.
Gotcha.
Last night, and they just make me really emotional.
Did you have business drinks?
Did I?
Just about that.
Yeah. Sorry, inside joke. Never mind.
It's not an inside joke. Nerdworks Media in a business meeting, you can't talk unless you have a business drink.
Yeah.
Oh no, there was no. There were tears which you could drink if you were evil.
Then
hold
doesn't sound like much of a meeting then, but that's okay.
Drink? Business drink.
Business drink.
Okay. So detained. Do you know where they were detained at, or where, or? Because that might be helpful.
Give me just a moment. I have a really small itch to scratch.
Uh-huh.
Get out of here.
Get out of here, itch. You stop bothering me.
Go away, you fancy itch.
Where are the demons now? Other than the Black Forest, you said they've. You good, Tayson?
From our account, there was a small village not too far from the Black Forest. It's been destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Reports are Hardell was under attack. You've confirmed that.
Yeah.
Nothing coming from Lodell or Doval.
Good.
So I'm assuming they haven't come that far north. Or those communities are holding their own, one of the two. Outside of that, I haven't heard anything from the plains. Nothing from the round-capped rainforest. We have sent many different dispatches and received none in return.
Stroop, do you know where the guardians are?
No.
Okay.
No. The person I spoke to had very limited information.
Okay.
Yeah, they... It was a hard conversation to have, but eventually what it came down to is that we need to not have dogs fighting in your living room.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote notes, but I
Okay.
was crying.
Sure.
All the other guardians, except for me and one other person, are in captivity, being held by the demons.
Okay.
But we don't know where. But Deimos is going to break through to our realm very quickly if we don't stop it.
So
Tayson looks over at the queen. Do we have a way to try and locate any of the guardians if they're detained?
I could send dispatches to try to find them.
I feel like every time you send a dispatch, though, we just lose more men. I mean, I'm not in charge, so I don't want to, like...
Well, they're birds. I could see where you particularly would be upset about that, but...
Yeah.
While this is happening, Myrynda is going to excuse herself.
Can you use the bathroom?
No. She's going to act as if she's going to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to pull out the sending stone.
Mm-hmm.
She's not going to say "and another thing." She's going to say, "Addendum. I want to make a deal."
Okay.
So back to this conversation as you're standing in the hall.
Okay. So, what are the next steps here?
What did you learn? Where did you go? What happened? Explain to me your trip that you tell me is not fruitful.
It found out that Martin says he failed. Said that I'm some kind of key, which doesn't make sense to me. Because it sounds like the only thing that we're unlocking is something that should be locked away. And that a lot of self-doubt and trying to find an answer and not being able to find an answer to fix what he did wrong. So, what did we find? We spent 2 weeks or so heading to a place and then getting a ride the rest of the way to find out that the thing that Martin said was important for us to figure out was important for us to figure out. That's where I'm at. Oh, and Avagard is, like, missing.
He's always missing.
Yeah, but her apprentice can't find her either.
She took an apprentice.
Yeah. I know, weird, right? Seems cool. I yelled at her. I was having a rough day. I found out that I was weird and stuff.
There's
What's an egg?
Yeah. That's what we're lovingly calling it.
Stroop looks at the queen and kind of... Did you know that Tayson was an egg?
Tayson is not an egg.
Not anymore.
I grew it up.
How? When? When were you an egg?
Oh no,
Like
found out
recently somebody turned you into an egg?
No, I found out that I was some kind of mixture of a few different people.
Yes, I just learned about that myself.
Yeah, great. Also,
Tayson's literally a fucking bioweapon.
Also, I was like 4th in line, and now I got brought back here because I was told that, I was told that I had to come back up here because I was the prince, and I don't understand that.
It turns out you're my son.
Oh, okay. I feel like you would have remembered that, you know?
It didn't happen that way.
Then... Nope, I'm trying to go through every kind of birds and the bees conversation, and none of them make sense on any level where you would have been involved, but unaware. So, yep. I hate to say it, I'm starting to lean back towards the egg thing.
I'm trying to figure out how she laid an egg and didn't know it.
Right?
I do not say this to the queen.
Do you think it's a seahorse thing?
Ooh,
As this conversation happens, nothing with your stone happens.
So, okay, fine. Let's rip the bandage off, I guess. Adishmira wants me to come back home? Okay. What'd you say?
He shows you the letter, and as you read it over, the Queen's mentioned in your parentage, Martin's mentioned in the parentage, but there's a lot of more to do about Xandro Missionel being in your parentage.
Mm-hmm.
And the letter itself is just... this is a separate letter, not the one that Xandro wrote. The one that Xandro wrote just let the cat out of the bag.
Mm-hmm.
This another letter from Navarra is demanding the return of Prince Tayson Missionel.
Do we have any way of getting in contact with them that doesn't necessarily put me right on their doorstep?
Oh, their entire existence, they've always contacted us first.
Gotcha. Real quick, the letter from Navarra that's demanding my return, or I guess travel there, because I can't return to a place that I've never been. Anyway, are we talking like formal? Are we talking like politically correct? Are we talking like hammer down, like this is going to happen?
along the lines of, without knowledge to the Elven Adeshmira, because they use it as a noun.
Mhm.
The Prince Tayson Missionel was taken into captivity without his knowledge. His return is demanded to come home.
Okay.
Along with Adeshmira is open. Travel here is welcome. Kind of like maybe they go hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
But it is the sense of the whole letter, and it's signed Queen Navarra Missionel.
Help me out with this. Navarra is Xandro's niece.
You've met her once.
Yeah.
She accompanied Xandro.
She made angry eyes at me at one point, I think. Maybe
That's new.
Not like angry, just like serious. I think I was the one that was at fault there. But yeah, like that's how they're related, I guess.
She's 16 removed from him, if I remember right.
Okay. And I'm part Xandro's blood.
Yes.
How? Okay.
I mean, technically, Tayson should be on the throne.
I mean, if take an army, see what happens. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
I said technically.
So, okay. If I go, are they gonna kill me?
I honestly have no idea.
Okay. What should we do? What's gonna be more fruitful here?
Honestly, ignore them, strengthen our defenses, mobilize our armies to protect our towns, I think would be the best bet.
Well, that seems like a divide. Like, okay, if just us, we just focus on ourselves and defend ourselves, right? But we're separated completely. Why would we not work with Adeshmira? Just because they feel protected doesn't mean they are. Just because we feel protected doesn't mean we are. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, and I think we're friends with them anyway.
Wait, isn't it the friend of my friend is my friend, I think is the quote?
I don't know. The point is that I'm not friends with the demons, no matter how many of them I'd ask. So let's just focus on making friends to get rid of this enemy, right?
So you're gonna go to Adeshmira.
I have no idea. I'm just trying to figure it out. It just seems... I feel like if we just try and isolate ourselves instead of talking things out and figuring out the best thing for everybody, we're just turtling. We're just waiting for us. We're either waiting to die or we're waiting until we know information that might be coming too late. We know their demons are coming from places, and they came from the Black Forest and they spread out and they're attacking towns, but we're not in a position to mobilize. We're not in a position to do anything, and the Guardians are trapped or dead. The ward is just gone, and if we don't have a way to find any of them, then what else are we gonna do? It feels like if we just I think if we just hunker down, we're just doing that. We're just making it to where it takes longer for us to get wiped out. Why are we waiting?
She looks back towards the paladin. Says, with Rendith gone, my military advisor is no longer with us. Herrick, what do you say? He steps forward. These are two different issues with two different solutions. I agree with the prince. We should send an emissary. We should send an emissary. Open up talks, but we absolutely need to protect our nation and mobilize our troops.
Okay. So, gross. So I kind of have to go, right? Like if they demanded that I go, and then we send people to go talk to them, but I'm not one of them, that's pretty insulting, right?
The queen thinks for a second and says, "Fine. I will take you."
Okay. Are we sure that's a good idea for both me and you to kind of be out and about?
My husband is here.
Okay. This might be a little bit presumptive to ask, but we've kind of encountered nothing but danger every single time that we've, like, we most of the time when we were hanging out with each other, we would go, like, you know, to the effing brewery and stuff. And now when we went to Hardell, I got attacked by dogs that were on fire, and then there was a demon toad that exploded and it hurt us and also killed your military advisor. Is there anything we can do to be a little bit more protected? Because I'm feeling very, very unsafe currently. Just in general. Because now I'm not gonna lie, we could talk about the demons and stuff, but now Adishmira, well, that they might be okay, but that was kind of, I'm getting a kind of threatening tone out of that. And also, I figured out that everybody I've ever talked to has either lied to me or been ignorant about me, and I don't feel very comfortable right now. And also, can we please make people stop calling me the prince, or make some kind of order where if I enter a room, they don't do the Neely thing, because that's really unsettling. I did that thing where I asked you for like 6 different things all in a row. I apologize. We need to be better prepared if we're going to be out and about. Because before we had the excuse of not knowing what we were dealing with, and now we have the excuse of not knowing what we're dealing with while knowing some parts of what we're dealing with. I don't like people kneeling towards me, and I don't like being called prince, but rules are rules, fine, whatever. We need to find allies. We can't separate here. We can't only worry about ourselves. Because the best case scenario at that point is we're the last ones that go.
We have ways of getting around Myrynda.
Okay.
I can take us.
I hold the paper. Yeah.
Is that Rendis?
Yeah. It's the only way we could get back. I figured it out. Took a while.
Proud of you.
They took him, by the way. His body.
They.
The bounty hunter people with the symbol
She
thing.
looks over at another guard, stares for just a second. The guard bows and leaves.
Did we screw
She
up?
says, "You've done nothing wrong.
Oh, okay, great.
We need to prepare for a fight. We
Okay.
need to go. There was a hidden circle at the village that was being built by the Black Forest, but it's as close as any of this can get us.
Okay.
We'll have to travel 3 weeks through heavy forest and hope that the elves are true about opening up their borders. But first we need to make it through the Black Forest. And I will go with you.
Okay.
And I will protect you.
No, I'm gonna protect you. Don't be silly. You're in charge.
Do you think you could protect me more than I could protect you, Tayson?
I think you're a bigger target than me.
She looks down, looks at you, says, "Excuse me?"
No, like you're actually in charge versus like I could be potentially. Like And also, if think about it this way, if they got rid of you, I would be in charge. That's a win for them. Let's be real. You know, if they get rid of me, you're fine. Well, that's bad for them, right?
It's my husband's bloodline, not mine.
Okay. That said, totally understand. And Tayson gets a little bit uncomfortable and like leans in to like whisper. And it's like, he's not part of this whole war council meeting thing, and you are. So I think that you're kind of again.
So he's
priority
in here. Don't think that.
Okay, just kidding.
He is here.
So I've just been kind of shit talking this guy, but like really subtly the entire time. That's fine.
But you don't remember him ruling. She always does rule. These are legitimate concerns.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
So what you're saying is the king is actually incompetent and the queen is the one that actually wears the fucking pants.
What I'm getting now is that she is more directing, but he is not incapable.
I've never said the thing that Melissa said, and I've hinted towards what Mike said, but I'm not going to give too much away.
I get you. Okay. Instead, all right. You know what? No pissing contests. We'll protect each other. Hooray! Okay, so me and you. I guess we don't want to take like a lot of people, so we can. But I mean, who do we have any kind of like team? You know, do we have like, we're emissaries, but we still have to, you know, not be dead and stuff.
What do you propose, Tayson?
Well, I figure that we're probably not marching to Adishmira with an army, because that kind of sends the wrong message. We do... I do assume that we would need more than just me and you to go, because that would also be a really good way to kind of, you know, ruin everything if me and you just kind of disappear.
Am I invisible? Did I turn invisible? Is that what happened?
Don't you have to worry about the guardians and stuff?
But yeah, I can handle that. We have to go through the Black Forest, and you think I'm gonna let you go on a mission alone? What? We can kill two birds with one stone, I'm sure.
Why do we keep talking about killing birds? I don't understand it.
Oh no, it does keep coming up, doesn't it?
It's really uncomfortable.
Yeah, we should not do that anymore.
Okay, new rule.
At
Okay,
this point,
it's
Myrynda
no
has walked back into the room as they're talking about killing birds.
Yep. We need to come up with a new phrase. Yeah, no, we're brainstorming at this point. It's no longer to killing. See, now I'm even uncomfortable saying it.
We're gonna take two tasks in one adventure. No. Is that too?
Well, I mean, that's just literal. That's not really a phrase. That's just actually what we're doing. I'm sorry. We should figure things out.
I'm coming with you.
Okay, noted. I have more arguments against it for your safety, but am so uncomfortable with what. Not worth it. Got it. Great. You have already cried once today. I refuse to make you cry the second time. That I didn't like it the first time, and it wasn't even my fault.
It's funny that you think it's only once.
We are not leaving today.
Okay. Okay.
Why don't you all, since you just got back and been through what I can only imagine to be horrific things?
I mean, not the worst thing that has happened to me, but definitely not up there on the list of good things.
Definitely the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
I was gonna say, I would like a list of things that are worse that have happened to you than literally the last 2 weeks.
No, I don't want to know. I don't need nightmare fuel. Oh.
Take a day or two. Gather yourselves, get ready, be mentally prepared. Right now, the plan is Stroop, Tayson, and myself will head to the Black Forest and travel to Adeshmira to find out what they want from him.
If you guys think I'm not coming along, you're daft.
I feel like it would be really dumb for me to tell Stroop that she could come and then not tell Myrynda that she could. Also, remember that time that I went and bad things happened and I survived?
Who are you pointing to?
The two of you, but that's okay.
Oh.
You take
Yeah,
some
I'll
time.
Okay.
On the screen.
Come up with a plan, better plan.
What?
Or our plan that we have here. And we will make that plan happen.
Okay. Is there a reason I'm making a plan? I feel like you're I feel like you have more brains on this than I do.
Jason, there's one thing I've learned in the 3 years I've known you, and that is that you are smarter than me, even though you don't think you are.
I've written down a -1 to intelligence. I don't know what yours is, but it is much higher than that, I'm sure.
If you think your ability to read a book is showing how intelligent than you are, then no wonder you think you're not the brightest person.
Fair enough. Okay. So...
But you all went to Hardell.
Yep.
You all survived a demon attack.
2?
Where one of the greatest warriors of this land did not.
I think he weakened it. I think he loosened the jar a little bit there, but sure.
Jason.
What? You saw him punch. You saw him punch the thing, right?
You can't discount how much damage we did to that fucker.
Yes, I can.
Brandith was my friend, so I wish not to talk about this anymore.
I understand. I'm sorry.
But know that one of the greatest fighters I have ever known is not here, and you are.
Okay.
Get some sleep. Gather your provisions, whatever you're going to need. I need to get some things together. We need to make things work.
Okay.
We need to protect our people.
Okay. We need to protect everyone. I'm just saying. I feel like if we keep talking about our people, we're just conveniently talking about not everyone. And I don't know. I don't know how many demons there are, but that, you know what? I'm sorry. This is, I've had a lot to process recently.
You need to also understand that every kingdom is sovereign and rules itself. You cannot demand to be a representative of everybody.
Oh, no. Not that.
Well then, the only thing that I have the right to represent are my people.
Let's see if we can... Okay.
Tayson can represent 2 peoples.
Oh, absolutely not. I have a hard time representing myself. Let's work on... Let's just sing, maybe not getting everybody under the same banner, but putting a lot of banners on the same side. At the same time, maybe. I don't know. Either way, we'll do that. Yeah, a couple days to prepare for, I guess... Oh man, this is a political talk, isn't it? We're gonna go for a political talk. Okay.
I have another meeting.
Yep.
I have to go to.
Okay.
But
hey,
I'm glad you are safe and home.
Same. Your Majesty.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure you could call her mom.
Yeah. She didn't call me son. You know.
She walks to another door and opens it. As she opens it, everybody roll a perception check.
Yeah.
$21.
20.
21.
All 3 of you see her reach into a pouch and pull out a certain rock, and since you all rolled over 20, as the door is closing, you hear the phrase, "And another thing," and the door closes.
Oh, wonderful.
And we'll see you all next week on the Bros and Dragons podcast.
Yay!
Yay!
So if you had the over-under at under 1.5 people crying today, it's a good thing we're going to sign off in the next couple of minutes, because then you would lose your bet. But everybody, thank you very much for watching. Thanks for hanging out with us. Yeah, dude.
Are you shitting yourself?
I'm absorbing the tears back into my face.
I cried last time, so I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, exactly. Lissa, where can everybody find you?
You can find me anywhere with buttons as Geek Girl Lissa.
And where'd it go? Where'd it go? Get out! Oh, shit, that's open.
And you can use code GeekGirl to order Juju Energy at jujuenergy.com, and you get 10% off. And I get a little bit from that.
Yeah.
We have to work on that sales pitch.
Yeah,
cosplay is expensive.
We're gonna write that down next time. But
that's a bumpy one.
But
we're gonna work on that one.
But we're only gonna write that one down and work on it until we're gonna do that after we have our contributor page for you set up, because I'm still desperately waiting. Hannah.
Hey, life's been hectic, damn it.
Oh, hi. I was like, later.
You were ready with it. Fingers stir.
Yeah, Hannah the DM on TikTok and on that other place, Instagram. That's pretty much it for me right now. I'm working on a couple books to get out, but they're not out yet, so I'll let you know.
You can find me here on this channel where you're at, because that's where you're at. This is where I am.
You live there.
You can find us and all of our good stuff at nerdworksmedia.com. You can find all of the nerdy things. Go find us on YouTube. Go find this. Go find the podcast on all of the places where you can listen to podcasts, because I'm pretty sure there's like 33 of those. And unless you're using like one of the last 5, we're probably there, because Doc is really good at this. Speaking of which, hey Doc, what you got?
Thank you. Thanks everybody for coming. Love one another. Keep it nerdy and live your dreams.
Later.
Bye.